Thank you for joining me today. Joey today, unafraid. Please make sure you like the feed, share the feed, continue the conversation. Swipe up, share, whatever. Follow to make sure you can get alerts every single day.
We on?
The first thing that we got up today, though, is so LeBron, he may miss the season.
Wait, I thought we were going to go with the Yankees. You want, okay,
well, I'm just giving them the rundown, man.
Get the rundown.
The LeBron may miss the season opener for the Cleveland Cavaliers against the Boston Celtics with a sprained ankle. Some people are giving him the side eye for what happened. The Panthers and the Eagles.
Do the side eye.
Well, no, I mean, it's just a side eye. Panthers versus the Eagles. This is the fight for the #1 seed in the NFC right now. Nobody thought that this would be it.
No, absolutely not.
The Yankees, what they did last night and coming back from down 0-2 hole to win the series, that was big, that was huge. And Steven Strausburg.
What a stud.
What a stud.
Well, I mean, he ended up pitching a freaking
I
gem.
mean, I'm so conflicted by that.
Was he sick? Like, what? I still don't get it.
Listen,
I was out all day
He had a fever
yesterday.
in his foot. He had a fever in his foot. The NBA, the MVP, who's going to win the MVP award?
Joel Embiid. I already know.
Lies.
I already know Joel
the
Embiid.
United States men's national team, they failed, right?
Yeah,
they failed, and people are making all type of excuses for soccer. I mean, excuses out the woodwork for why men's soccer in this country is not good. But we'll start out today with the Yankees last night because they were trending all over Twitter. We saw them come back and win. Mind you, I love the Dodgers. I like the Yankees.
You said Yankee-Dodger World Series, so
yeah,
I can't give you crap right now. You
because you thought that the Arizona Diamondbacks were going to beat the Dodgers. They got swept, and the Indians. I'm telling you, listen.
Is that a choke? Now hold on. Was that first of all Terry Francona, the coach of the manager of the Indians? He's the best guy in all of sports. Like, you'll never find one player who doesn't like him. He's got a blood condition. He always has to wear a jacket. Like, he's such a good loser. He's such a good winner.
Do you realize how terrible of a statement it is?
He's
such a good loser.
No, you should. That's why I hate Cam Newton. Cam Newton, when he's winning,
man,
he's Superman. He's dabbing. When he's losing, he's.
I don't need my guy to be a good loser.
Be a gentleman.
That's not a good.
What do you want to do? Like, you want him to
sports.
go home and pound his wife and like. What is he supposed to do? Like, you lose, you give credit to the other team. I'm not saying take it, I'm not saying like accept it so easily, but be a good sport.
Well, don't ever describe me as a good loser, please. I would rather be described as a poor loser.
So in tennis, after the match, what are you supposed to do? Not shake the other guy's hand?
No, you're supposed to shake the other person's hand, but but that doesn't make you a good loser. I might
smash
my
a good
racket.
sport. A good sport. Let me say that. A good sport.
Okay.
But anyway, so the Yankees, unfortunately, the Astros are. I have so many stats about the Astros. First of all, we'll go with Correa. That is my man crush. Okay, the shortstop.
Carlos Correa is your man crush. All right.
He is A-Rod, not on juice, who's a stud. His first 15 at bats against the Red Sox.
Hold on, dude. How did you lose track of the Yankees, man? You're like shiny object. Right now.
I love the Yankees, but we're playing the Astros. But I'm just
saying
that.
Let's talk about what they did last night.
Well, okay, we'll go with last night because Didi Gregorius, when we first signed him, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, oh my God, from Arizona. He is a stud, man. That guy rises to the occasion.
Well, the Yankees finally have a shortstop.
Oh, yeah. His Jeter was garbage, right?
Who can make plays?
Because Derek Jeter was garbage.
Postseason.
Come on, Derek Jeter. I mean, Derek Jeter always stepped it up, but CC Sabathia, is it safe to say he's the best fat guy in sports? Not including football, like an offensive lineman. Name me a better, more skilled fat guy. It used to be Barkley.
Listen, I mean, like, you're acting like that there is pride in that. Like, he should be in shape. He's got a drinking problem.
That is his shape. His shape is big and robust, and what a pitching performance yesterday.
No, he did. He did a great job. But when you think
Girardi
about,
kept him in a little too long.
But when you think about the Yankees, though, right? There's an element of the fact that people believe that they were playing with house money.
Yes, they are,
because they're a year or two ahead of schedule. They've got a young team. And when you look at what they did to Kluber, who is a top-notch stud pitcher, and they just blew him up. I mean, they blew him
twice.
up, and Girardi was actually like slammed for not challenging in game 2
And
when they lost the game.
As he should have been. He learned from his mistake. And listen, I don't know if you saw the press conference after that game where he cried because when you're a manager, you feel bad for your players.
Yeah.
You know? And so they really
I don't want my manager crying on TV. I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah, but dude, it's I like raw emotion. Like I like when my president cries. I like when because you're being real in the moment. You know what I mean? And so they fought so hard for Girardi. Girardi, if I would have been devastated if he didn't come back. I would have been devastated. But here's the mistake in that series. Why did Francona not? Why did he rush Bauer back on short days rest to pitch Game 4 in New York and not just have him for Game 5? That was the best pitching performance of the playoffs, the Game 1. So that's what blew it for them. That's when it was over.
Well, that and I mean, but it was pretty amazing because I talked about so much about how much Aaron Judge needed to be great for the Yankees
1 for 20.
To put on, like, for the Yankees to be compelling and for baseball to matter and people to want to watch. And I will say I was wrong last night, but I was because he was 1 for 21, 1 for 22.
1 for 20 with 16 strikeouts.
Yeah. I mean, which is awful. I mean, like, that's
the new baseball. Did you see they broke the record for strikeouts last night?
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about that umpire?
So I asked. Oh, I mean, he was consistently inconsistent. He was consistently inconsistent.
But and mostly for the Yankees' favor. I got to be honest.
But I'll tell you this though, is that when you look at not only Aaron Judge, you look at baseball players in general, right? You look at how much they're striking out and all this. And I asked 2 former pitchers about it, why they're striking out so much. And they said there is a focus on home runs and guys do not take 2-strike approaches. Like, so even when they get down in the count 0-2, they're still swinging for the fence instead of trying to get on base.
But who did not do that last night? And one of the greatest at-bats in playoffs in a long time, Gardner.
Oh, Gardner, dude, 12 pitches.
But Mark, I'm going to tell everybody right now, like, and I've been saying it, the balls are juiced. Mark, I want you to pay attention to this. Because the balls are juiced, there's something going on with the baseballs too. How many foul balls how many long at-bats have you seen? 15 pitches, 16 pitches, these guys fouling balls off? There's something weird about their makeup of the ball.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you, I've never seen all these. You'll see pitchers are pitching 49 pitches in the first 2 innings.
So why? It's because there's a concentration of
what does that do with fouling balls off?
Because
it's a more higher swing and miss ratio.
No. They're actually wasting pitches. Like there has been a concerted effort of batters to waste pitches that they can't do anything with. So
how do you waste it? What if it's a strike?
No. They're trying to foul them off.
It's so, dude. Unless you're Tony Gwynn or Wade Boggs, it's impossible to foul off a baseball.
It's not impossible to try to do it.
You think Bellinger?
They work. I'm telling you that these players, they work on it.
Okay,
and they're wasting pitches intentionally that they don't feel that they can do anything with.
Mark my words. Next year, when they go back to regular baseballs, because they made baseball sexy again with all the home runs and like. I think it was like 14 baseball teams broke records for home runs in a season. So next year they'll go back to the old baseballs. You'll see less home runs will be hit and less foul balls.
That is the craziest
Nobody
thing.
will hit 50 home runs next year. Mark my words. Not one person.
You were going to say
2
that
people
there's
this
more
year, Stanton and Judge, not one person's going to do it.
Foul balls.
Mark my words. Watch for the rest of the playoffs. So anyways, really quick about Houston. That's our next matchup. So Correa, listen to this stat. His first 15 at-bats against the Red Sox, guess how many times he swung and missed at a baseball?
5.
0. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
15.
He's locked in, dude.
And Altuve. Oh my God, dude! This is gonna be this series against the Yankees they are gonna skyrocket in fame right now.
Who the Houston Astros?
No, Correa. People know them, like we know them, but the others that don't really know playing against the Yankees.
Nobody's gonna care.
By the way, the Astros. That stadium, Minute Maid, is built for the Yankees. Yeah. Mark my words.
So, Steven Strausburg, though, the ace pitcher for the Nationals, yesterday we found out on Tuesday that he wasn't supposed to start their elimination game 4 against the Cubs. But then it got rained out, and we found out that Tanner Roark was supposed to start the game 4. Mind you, Strasburg, who has the 4th lowest ERA in the whole league, said that he was not going to pitch because he was quote-unquote ill, right? And he was shamed publicly. I mean, everybody came out saying, "Oh my God, this dude is soft. How can you not want the ball?" and all this. And he's allegedly sick. Like he's got.
He didn't look good.
He
pitched great.
Listen, nobody cares about you having a freaking fever.
But was it short rest?
No. He was on full rest.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want the pressure. You're right. I can't, But he ended up pitching.
Yeah, so he ended up pitching, right? And he pitched well. 7 innings, 12 strikeouts, no earned runs. And after I was conflicted, right? Because I wanted to give credit for the man because he balled out, right? I mean, he played fantastic. So you have to give credit for that.
Right.
But when you look at the fact that Steven Strausburg didn't want the ball initially, he was ruled out on Tuesday for a game on Wednesday because he was quote unquote sick. That doesn't make sense to me because I'm like, as a former player, if you can't decide on Tuesday whether you're healthy enough because of a cold or anything like that to play on Wednesday.
Yeah, I can't. There's nothing. I mean, Michael Jordan, we know about the flu game.
I mean, Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas played with his sister died. Brett Favre played with his mom or dad died.
I thought you were talking about Isaiah Thomas against the Lakers.
Yeah, with the
broke his ankle.
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite performances of all time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Some guys don't like the pressure. There's just some guys but he did rise up to the occasion, man. He pitched. They could not touch him yesterday.
No, and that's where you want him to be. You want him to want that moment for himself. So hopefully he turned a corner because there's this old saying in sports. All coaches ask you this. They say, "Are you hurt or are you injured?" Because I remember the first time that I was asked this question. I was asked this question by my high school coach, Jeff Engelman. I was laying on the ground, and he said, "George, are you hurt or are you injured?" I was like, "What's the difference?" And he said, "If you're hurt, you can still play, and everybody has to play hurt. But if you're injured, you can't play." I was like, "Okay, well, I'm just hurt right now, just hurt right now." So that's where like you just want a guy to be tough because the Nationals were essentially reaping what they were sowing because they wrapped him up in bubble wrap since 2010 when he got to the majors. They said, "Oh, they made the playoffs." And he's on a pitch count.
Yeah, you could be right. I remember that whole thing. But he's a stud, man. I mean, who would you rather have? No, that's an easy question. Who would you rather have for a full season, Strausburg or Scherzer?
Scherzer.
Really? I would have Scherzer in the playoff.
Scherzer's tough as nails, dude.
Yeah, Scherzer.
Like he's and that he'll pitch on 2 days rest if it's in the World Series.
I know.
He's a bull, man.
Strasburg's a little more skilled because he's got better off-speed stuff.
Yeah.
But Scherzer, that fastball, oh my God.
Yeah,
but see his eyes? Scherzer's eyes?
Yeah.
He's got the brown eye and the green eye. It's freaky, man.
Yeah, dude. He's tough. And you don't get toughness is not exactly what's his name exudes.
Do you feel sorry for Cleveland going back to Do you feel sorry for them, the Indians?
Why on earth would I feel sorry for the Cleveland?
Next year will be 70 years. I mean, they had a good team. Ross Porter put up all these stats. They're the only team to win like 31 of their last 34 games and not make the World Series. I forgot.
Who, dude? Cry me a river.
Well, I'm a Yankee fan, so I'm happy.
Listen, you guys are watching Unafraid, George Reister, Joey Hine. Please swipe over, share the feed, like the feed, so we can continue the conversation and send in your comments as well.
Hey, show them your shirt, man.
Oh,
is this show them the shirt.
Yeah.
Can you show our people here?
Yeah.
He's got a Colin Kaepernick shirt, kneeling with a fist, looking like an afro above his head, and
yeah, they've seen the shirt.
I haven't seen
before.
the shirt.
This is the first time you've seen this shirt?
Yeah, I've never seen this shirt.
Oh man,
So Colin Kaepernick, you know what he reminds me of? Pete Rose. Because if Colin Kaepernick was an okay player, but I think something was going on. He was eroding. He wasn't playing as good since the championship game. Since the Super Bowl.
The last year he threw 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, dude, on an awful team. Bad quarterbacks throw a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, but he lost his starting job to what's his name?
No, he didn't. It was the other way around.
The white dude came in there for him.
No, he took what's his name spot. He didn't lose his job.
He took Alex Smith.
He took Alex Smith's job,
right?
And then last year he wasn't starting.
Who wasn't? Colin Kaepernick?
Yes.
Why?
Because he was hurt at the beginning of the year, and then they had to rework his contract.
The guy? I forgot.
It was I forgot his name. Yeah.
So, anyways, so he was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt in the beginning of the year, and then they had to redo his contract. And then that's when he started starting. He started the last 11 games of the year.
I thought it was okay. But anyway, so Colin Kaepernick reminds me of Pete Rose, where Colin Kaepernick will make way more money the rest of his life from kneeling for the first time. Pete Rose, if he would have gotten inducted in the Hall of Fame, he would never have made all that money signing autographs.
Oh, I 100% agree. So we also have the NFL. I'm sorry, yes, it was Blaine Gabbert.
Blaine Gabbert, thank you.
Oh, Blaine.
Oh my God! Come on, if Blaine Gabbert started, dude, you want to talk about you could have no legs and start over Blaine Gabbert. So I don't know what the injury was for Colin Kaepernick. No. And I like Colin Kaepernick.
He had 2 surgeries in the offseason. He just wasn't healthy when the season.
Because when he did come in, he was awful a few games. I mean, I remember watching.
Well, he was playing on an awful team, but 16 touchdowns, 4 picks. Like, there's nothing to say about that.
So were they wrong by getting rid of Alex Smith? Looking back,
no. I mean,
Alex Smith is the MVP right now.
At that time, because Alex Smith had to get with Andy Reid in Kansas City to.
Andy Reid's never won anything.
Yeah, but
good quarterback. Yeah. Brett Favre and who do you have in Philly? Oh, Randall.
Yeah,
not Randall. Donovan.
Yeah. So somebody just asked on the quarterback situation about the Vikings quarterback situation, because you got Teddy Bridgewater, who's supposedly maybe not be healthy again. They didn't pick up his option for his last year.
I don't want to see him play.
Why not?
Didn't he break twice the ACL?
No. It wasn't his ACL. He just destroyed his knee in practice. He had never been hurt prior to that.
So was his a first-time thing? Or
yeah,
second?
no. It's
okay.
First time. And then you have Sam Bradford, who they traded for, who can't stay healthy at all. He's built out of sticks and bubble gum. Yeah. And then you have behind him you have Case Keenum. Yeah. I mean, this is an awful quarterback situation because you can't pay Sam Bradford because he can't stay healthy.
Did they pay him?
No. He's going to be a free agent after this year.
Oh wow!
So you can't pay him because you would literally need a second starting quarterback. Case Keenum's awful, and you don't know what's up with Teddy Bridgewater. So what I do if I'm the Vikings, I pray for Teddy Bridgewater, yeah. and I draft one.
But I mean, will he ever be the same again? I mean, I remember the injury was brutal. It was one of the bad ones.
Yeah. So LeBron may miss the Cavs season opener on Tuesday the 17th. The NBA season starts on Tuesday the 17th. They're playing against the Boston Celtics. And if anybody knows, if you haven't been living under a rock, the Cavs' former player Kyrie Irving was traded to the Boston Celtics after asking for a trade. And now that's where they start the season out with. It's almost like the NBA knew that this was going to happen.
Of course he did. Oh, no, about LeBron playing? Yeah, no, they want LeBron to play.
No. I'm talking about with the schedule. That this is the first game on the schedule.
The schedule came out before?
Way before. This schedule's been out for months.
They usually do it like the finalists. So it would happen. But let me ask you a question. Is Kyrie Irving going to be booed or cheered opening night? I know the answer now, but I don't know if you know what that story broke. I watched it on Dan Patrick this morning. What do you think? Kyrie's going to get a standing ovation or he's going to get booed?
He's going to get booed.
Did you hear what he said today or last night? He said he's finally playing in a real sports city. Oh man,
Cleveland is the armpit of America, dude.
You still can't say that. They were good. The fans were good to him.
No, they have passionate fans. Like you have to give Cleveland fans.
They've been through hell.
No. He said finally playing in a sports city. I saw that.
He said going to the restaurants.
But it's different. No, I'm just telling
you.
No,
you can't compare to Boston. I know. I get it.
Because
don't say it though.
I noticed the difference when I was in Jacksonville and then when I went to New York. With the Giants. I mean, it's like not even close to the same thing. So I understand where Kyrie's coming from, and he's telling the truth.
But you shouldn't say. I mean, Kyrie, like
he's not going back to Cleveland, bro. Like you
of course he's
like
not.
You don't have
he's
to.
Not, but
you don't have to try to.
But did he win a championship?
Massage their feelings.
Kyrie is one of the reasons, a huge reason, he made that big shot Game 7 at Golden State.
Well, they should be happy for him. I mean, like
yeah, but you can't say that. Just keep. That's the thing. Sometimes you just less is more. Don't say that, man.
Okay.
That was brutal.
So, speaking of people saying things, Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, he's mad.
So he's mad at Danny Ainge, who is the Celtics GM, who traded him to Cleveland. And Mind you, this is bitter sour grapes. He said, I love everybody in Boston, but I do not like Danny Ainge. I'll never speak to him. I may never speak to him.
It's understandable.
No, it's not.
Oh, I disagree with you. Dude, these guys have feelings. Like, it's a business. He understands it's a business, but dude, that whole thing where his sister died, and let me tell you something.
Here's the thing. I don't want to sound insensitive, but I know that this is going to sound insensitive. Okay, thank you for playing when your sister died, right? We appreciate
but it's more than that.
All that, and you gave your heart, your soul out there on the court, and we appreciate that. However, me as a GM, if I'm Danny Ainge, I cannot take your sister dying and you playing into consideration when I am deciding to try to make this team better.
But it's not about his sister dying. He was a cult hero way before that in Boston.
So what?
So he has feelings, and he loved playing there. Like these guys,
it's a business, dude. Professional sports is a business. I can understand why his feelings were hurt, right? But I don't understand the harboring bad feelings against Danny
He thinks they had a good thing going. He thinks that, I understand he can't cover a fly. He's too small.
Isaiah Thomas.
And you get Kyrie Irving. I think Isaiah is going to work way better with, and everybody works better with LeBron.
No, that's not true.
Dude, you watch Isaiah Thomas. He'll have less pressure. I want to see Kyrie Irving. And let me tell you, that Celtics team is good. I watched them play the 76ers. They didn't even have their bench is so good. But anyways, I don't think who's going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals this year?
For sure, Boston.
Not the final. I'm sorry. Who's going to be the Eastern Conference finalist this year?
Boston.
You think they're going to represent?
Yeah, I definitely do.
You know who I think is going to be in?
Who?
Philadelphia
God.
76ers. You see them beat the Sixers were down by 10 to undefeated Brooklyn team. I know it's a preseason. And comes in, they go on a 37-3 run. 37-3.
Hold on. I just see. I love when people start living out their.
Remember our bet.
Yeah. When people start living out their sports fantasies during the preseason, right?
No. I know it's preseason, but still.
What Joey just said is he said the
37-3 run
that the 76ers were playing the undefeated Brooklyn Nets.
Brooklyn have been playing well. They have been.
Man, listen, the Brooklyn Nets will be fortunate to make the playoffs. Fortunate.
That's if you think right now the Brooklyn Nets. If you tell them they'll be the 8th seed, they will jump on that because they don't have a number 1 pick next year.
Yeah.
So they might as well. D'Angelo Russell though, like, oh my gosh.
Their team. But you're comparing them.
The Lakers got so lucky.
Preseason basketball.
No, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying when Embiid comes in the game. Dude, he had 22 points in 15 minutes, like 14 of 18. That nobody can stop him. He's amazing. Okay, remember our bets. Okay, Joel Embiid will finish. If he'll win the MVP this year. I know we said top 4. If he's healthy,
okay.
If he plays 33 minutes a game.
Let me give you some MVP stats, right?
Okay.
No player has won the MVP that was not an all-star the season before.
Well, it's different now the way they do the voting a little bit.
No, I'm just saying no player has won the MVP that was not an all-star the year before. And also, no player has won the MVP that has not finished within the top 4 in any season.
Top 4 record-wise?
No. Top 4.
Oh, the year before.
No. At any point in time. And like if the person has never finished in the top 4 of MVP voting, he's never won the MVP before.
That's a crazy stat. Well, guess what? Joel Embiid is going to break that.
Oh, stop it.
Joel Embiid is I cannot wait.
They're not going to be good enough for him to.
Oh my gosh.
For him to win it. And do you know who the MVP is to lose this year? It's LeBron's to lose.
LeBron's already.
No. Hey, LeBron had statistically his best season of his career last year. And in terms of shooting the basketball, shooting the 3. No.
Who's going to shoot the ball on that team with Isaiah Thomas out and Kyrie not there?
The difference is that LeBron has last year, LeBron stands, they got up on their soapbox yelling like religious zealots on the corner. You know the guys that have the bullhorn. LeBron stands.
Okay.
They were talking, it's his best season ever. LeBron is this, LeBron is that. So they were talking about how LeBron was slighted in terms of winning the MVP.
Yeah, but that's like Michael Jordan. Remember, I mean, when Michael Jordan played his whole career, who was the best player in the league?
Michael Jordan.
Okay, Barkley got an award. Karl Malone got an award. I can't think of Akeem Olajuwon got an MVP award. But they held they held Michael Jordan to a completely different standard. That's what they're doing with LeBron.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happened. But what I'm saying is that from now, for this season in particular, people realize that they kind of undervalued how great LeBron's season was last year. So now it's kind of like an overcompensation where like mentally they're going to say, oh, wow, this is LeBron's year, right? Because we missed him last year, so we're not going to miss out on all of the fabulous things that he's doing.
But here's what hurt him last year. Two things. I think a little bit of the rest thing, because Russell Westbrook never rested. So the rest issue.
Russell Westbrook also did something like insane.
Yeah, of course. But that hurt LeBron, and the other thing that hurt LeBron is I think they won 51, 52 games. I mean, if he's winning 65 games, it makes more sense. But they won like 10 games less than the year before, or even more than that.
Listen, I mean, I don't buy it.
But but you bring up a good point. I hope LeBron wants to score. He's going to have to score more because that's what I want. Because LeBron, I think, can average 40 points a game if he wanted to, but he doesn't.
Yeah,
he's
but
not that guy.
That would take too much work. But they do have a decent supporting cast. They have Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, Jeff Green.
It's 2000.
Isaiah
It's 2017, right? Oh my God, dude, he's talking like D Rose, D Wade, did the same 2007.
Oh no, I have said though, I have been on record saying that the Cavs, that they build their roster from the scratch and dent bin.
Oh my God!
Like if you are scratched, dented up, and still want to play basketball, the Cavs will find a place for you.
And Wade looks awful. I know it's preseason, and I get it, but I don't think he even worked out.
You should look more efficient than what he's looked. Like he shot the ball poorly.
He looks awful.
But though, Dwayne Wade will play well in the playoffs. Like he will play well in the playoffs. And then you got the Boston Celtics, who the Cavs have their first game against. LeBron may not play. Is this passive aggressive? Because he doesn't want to give Kyrie
What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's passive aggressive? I think I don't know. Like
because LeBron is known for being passive aggressive.
You think he's got bitch assness in him?
I'm not gonna call him all that, but
okay, wait.
But I do think that there are some extra sensitive moments.
No, here's what it could be though, and this I can see is that he's like, I don't think you think he's happy with this Cavs team? I don't think so.
Of course not, dude.
Yes. So that's why he's not going to play. He knows they're going to lose. He doesn't want to. Can you? That's LeBron. He loses so many games like that. So like walking off the court in Golden State, I don't think he wants to lose at home to Boston. He's like, hey, I wasn't there, so don't put this one on me.
No, I think that it's kind of like what Popovich does at times, where like even when the Spurs won the championship against Miami, he didn't even have his guys go to the game during the season just because.
Oh yeah.
Just out of this game means nothing. We don't even care about the game against you guys. And then when you look at the Boston Celtics, they got Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving, Marcus Morris, Horford, Jaylen Brown.
They have Marcus Morris?
Yeah.
Oh, they traded him for what's his name?
Yeah, they have
Avery Bradley. Yeah.
Dude, I know that
that's going to hurt them. Avery Bradley, even Joel Embiid, when he found out Avery Bradley didn't make the first team defense or second
Avery Bradley's a stud on defense.
He's a stud.
But their team overall is better. I mean, they may be down a little bit.
Take LeBron off any team, and that team is garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami Heat, garbage. Cleveland, after he left, they were garbage. Before he came back, they were garbage. So, I mean, it makes no sense. Like, he's a difference maker. He changes the whole game. Name one other guy that can do that.
Who?
He does.
I mean, you have Kevin Durant who can take you to the playoffs without a good team. Russell Westbrook proved that he could do it.
But Russell Westbrook can't shoot. His shooting percentages are awful. Especially he shoots at the wrong. And he'll never win in the playoffs.
He also had. I mean, when you look at his team last year, he had no other offensive threats.
But Kevin Durant got sick of him because in the playoffs he would take the worst shots, like come down and shoot it. That's why those guys didn't get along.
No. They got along and they liked each other. Kevin Durant showed it when he did his when he had his ghost account tweeting and responding to people. He said it was because of the front office and the team team not being able to win, and he didn't like Billy Donovan.
And I never got to put you on the spot about this. So you were telling me that Paul George is going to be a Laker for sure.
Yeah. Paul George.
You heard his comments after Russell Westbrook signed, right?
He said, "Of course, this will affect my decision."
That sounds like he's staying.
No, that doesn't sound like what he's saying. What it sounds like is that is a development. So it is an option.
He's not going to the Lakers.
However, I'm telling you this, which I have said from the beginning. I never at any point in time said that Russell Westbrook was going to be a Laker. I did, however, say that LeBron James and Paul George would be Lakers next year, and I'm standing on top of that.
That's never going to happen. By the way, really quick, we have a fantasy football question. Who would you go with, Tom Brady or at New York Jets, or Deshaun Watson this weekend? I forgot who Deshaun Watson. By the way, so why is the NFL? Why are stats down this year? You think it's a quarterback play? Like every time I look, and I don't do fantasy football, but I'll look at like stats. And quarterbacks are throwing like 60 yards at halftime. And they're like 2 for 8, 60 yards, where in the last few years,
yeah, but they're
like
finishing with like big time numbers.
Nobody's even throwing 300 yards anymore.
Yes,
how many
they
guys?
are.
No, not barely.
No way, dude.
Barely.
Like when
Dak Prescott hasn't thrown for 300 yards this year, I don't think.
But Dak's
Brady
not
hasn't.
Like Dak's not like
Brady
a 300-yard guy,
think,
like all like that, because they run the ball. The Cowboys
they're
run
running
the ball
again,
so
right?
much.
I think they're starting to run more. Is that what it is? Because I don't see. Name one quarterback who's thrown for 400 yards this year. I think Brady did it one time.
Deshaun Watson.
No, he threw for 400.
He came close to 400.
Yeah, but nobody. There's every weekend there's like 6 guys throwing for 400 yards. Now nobody's doing it. They're playing defense again.
Hold on,
These are like 16-10, 10-0-0 at halftime. Before it was like 28-21 at halftime.
That always happens, especially during the early games, right? So there have been what?
We're looking on his computer right now. By the way, you're watching Unafraid, Joey Heim, George Reister, at George Reister on Twitter, at Joey Heim.
Okay, so you have 3 quarterbacks right now who are averaging over 300 yards a game. You have Tom Brady, Carson Palmer, and Jameis Winston, all averaging over 300 yards a game.
Where do you see it? Where do you see that?
Drew Brees is at,
and then it goes to 284. I mean, Drew Brees is getting old, but
yeah, but
look at all these guys in the 200s.
This is pretty normal, dude. Like this is pretty normal.
I disagree. Wait, is this the whole league, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so only 3 guys out of 31 are averaging 300 yards.
Nobody averages over 300 yards.
Yeah, it used to be. I'm telling you, you want to go back? Let's go back.
Let's go back to the 2016.
No, go down a couple years, but you go down a couple years.
Okay, last year you had 1, 2, 3 guys.
With a guy, and then the next guy 296.
Okay, but I'm saying you
go back 2 more. Let's do 2015. That's more like it.
You only had 3 guys average over 300 yards last year. 2015,
3, and then you have 298, 292, 287,
and these so three, right? Okay, so let's go back another season. Joey, you cannot stump me on stats, man. Oh, 2014.
And by the way, we're only 4 games in. By the way.
I know, but what I'm saying is that quarterbacks don't average over 300 yards a game, during a season.
We can look at those stats and see how many games, but it's only 4 games in. So there used to be 5. There are a few 500-yard games. Now you'll never. But by the way, you see this top guy from what year is that? 2014. Ben Roethlisberger looks awful.
Yeah, he's done, dude.
You know how old he is? I couldn't believe when I heard it.
He's like 34.
35.
Yeah.
I still think like he's 27.
No, dude, he's done.
What about Eli Manning? Done. How come? Okay, so
Eli Manning has been done.
Yeah, but Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, what's his name from the Chargers? Rivers, they all came out the same year. Why is Tom Brady still Tom Brady? And those guys are 5, 6 years younger, and they cannot throw the football anymore.
All right. So the lifespan of a pro.
So Brady's
athlete,
just a freak.
Yeah, he's just a freak.
Okay.
Dude, like you just don't.
Peyton Manning too played a little bit longer.
Yeah, like those guys are 2 of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. The only quarterback that's playing now that you're going to see doing it at that age, I believe, is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is still going to be playing at a high level in 4 or 5 years. And
I still can't believe, I didn't watch a Cowboy game this weekend. We were doing sports for the kids, and a minute 12 left.
Get a phone, man.
No, I couldn't watch it. I was watching my kids play. But a minute 12 left. Some of my friends were texting me like, "Dude, we gave Rodgers too much time. A minute 12 and a timeout." And I knew we were going to lose. I knew it. I knew we were going to lose.
I tweeted that. I was like, "This game's over."
Everybody knew. Yeah, everybody knew.
I mean, he could have been playing the 2000 Ravens, and he would have at least gotten a field goal out of that.
The 2000 Ravens were the best. Out of all the Super Bowls I've ever bet, it was the Ravens -7 against the Giants, and they beat them 38-7. That was like easy money.
Yeah,
that was easy money.
Oh, we have the U.S. men's national team. So the state of U.S. soccer. I have been vocal and adamant and honest about the fact that I watch soccer during the World Cup. I don't watch. Cup, yes. I don't watch CONAFA. I don't watch UEFA. I don't watch any of these alphas. I watch soccer when the United States is playing. I care. This is a patriotism thing. I am proud. So when the USA team, U.S. men's national team failed, I'm looking for reasons, right? And I'm looking for reasons, and all I get are excuses. I get excuses about, our best athletes don't play soccer.
That's true.
So do you expect like LeBron James and
can you imagine if they did? Can you imagine LeBron James, Russell Westbrook on the pitch? Oh my God,
dude!
Aaron Judge's goalie, 6'8".
Dude, that is
good athlete.
That is the biggest piece of baloney excuse that I've ever heard. But it's true though. No, it's not because
if those guys
we have
Michael Vick.
Hold on. So check this out. This is why this is the worst excuse of all time. Our basketball player. We have the best basketball players in the world.
Not anymore, really.
Yes, yeah, we do. We have some of the best baseball players in the world. We have
some of the best everything in the world.
Yeah. So we have enough athletes to be competitive in the top 3 in the world in pretty much every sport.
Because they're not going to soccer.
Hold on. So the idea of saying that our best athletes aren't playing makes no sense because out of 300 and some million people, we have enough to be good. We have enough,
but we don't have the best because they're playing basketball.
Oh God,
they're not playing football anymore.
That is the lamest excuse.
But it's true.
All time.
It's true. Like these guys, like in the inner cities in Compton, they're not playing soccer. They're the best.
Correct.
Some of the best athletes. Yes, so you agree with me? They're not going to pick soccer.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
white rich kids are picking soccer.
Is when you look at the stats. I tweeted out a thing yesterday about the stats and demographics of soccer, right? Soccer, in terms of people whose income is under $25,000, is about 5% of those kids play soccer, and about 7.5% play tackle football. So we can't blame football on that. Soccer also is on par with 25,000 to 50,000, 50,000 to 75,000, 75,000 to 100,000, and 100,000 plus with basketball and baseball in terms of participation.
Wait, hold on. One thing about this bar, is this boys and girls?
Huh?
Is this boys and girls? Like tackle football, there's not going to be any girls playing tackle football.
No, this is boys.
Oh, just boys. Okay.
Yeah. So there's no excuses for why.
But I told you, like in Europe, if you're Porzingis or Dario Saric, you're not gonna play soccer. It's like, dude, when you're little and you're 7, 8 years old, you're going straight to a soccer league. You're not playing. There's no baseball in Europe. Oh, all right. There's no baseball in Europe. Hold on. Even baseball. What does your son play?
He plays baseball.
Okay. So that's not even like here. You have too many options. That's the problem. You're playing travel basketball.
Oh my God! So now there's too many options. I keep getting all these excuses. And yes, the side note: the email questions will be out today. I will post that after we get off.
Give our email the email address.
Yeah, it's unafraidshow@gmail.com. And please send all your soccer excuses or all your whatever it is. It doesn't have to be about sports because we have some great things in the anonymous email bag today.
I'm going to call you a hypocrite right now because we both agree. Who are better baseball players? The Little League players that play 6 months a year or the travel ball players that play year round?
Travel ball.
Okay, it's the same thing with soccer. Soccer, they're
oh my God, dude!
Only the specialty kids that play soccer year round that will never play baseball, that will never play basketball. But I know a couple really good kids that are really good in soccer that also play baseball, and that they're never going to succeed.
Baseball kids play football.
But in
My
Europe, they
kid
don't do
plays-
that. In Europe, there's no such thing as nobody plays baseball in Europe.
Okay, so
That's
so,
a huge option you're taking out. Look,
so
take that
these
chunk
are
out.
so these are countries, right, that have 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million people. We have 300 million people.
Yeah, but in Brazil-
there is no excuse.
In Brazil, do they play tackle football? No.
No.
In Brazil, do they play baseball? No. They just play outdoor soccer. Do they play basketball in Brazil? A
Yes.
little bit, because just the big dudes.
So, but the problem is that we keep coming up with excuses instead of saying, you know what, we're just not good enough, and we need to figure out why. And it's not there's a lack of talent. There's not a lack of talent. So yes, by the graph I posted, that there is a deficit in people under $25,000 income, right? In terms of their kids participating in soccer. But in every other demographic, they're on par with basketball, baseball, and higher than football. So we can't blame it on our best athletes playing another sport.
Well, first of all, this team I think is young. And it really is. It was the leading story on SportsCenter, on CNN. What a bummer we're not in the World Cup.
Because
That
when
is
you
a
have
bummer.
Fox, when you have Fox who paid $200 million for the rights to
That's
broadcast.
it?
Yeah, they paid for the rights to broadcast this World Cup. Mind you, that's what, a month of action. $200 million. And the U.S. is not going to be in it.
Honestly, World Cup is one of my favorite events. I played soccer when I was a kid. I was a goalie. I love soccer. I can't watch what's it called, the U.S. League here?
Oh, all right. So I'm hearing more excuses that soccer isn't embedded in the culture. Coaching isn't as good. You make more money in the States in other sports.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Soccer players make coin, bro. Like
No, not in the United States.
I mean, I understand that you're not going to make as much playing in the MLS as you are playing in.
300,000 is probably for the great players.
But the reality is, those guys also go over and play for Man U. They go play for.
Well, no, not if they're playing in the soccer league here. How many great soccer players have played in the, what the hell is the league? Can somebody tell me the
MLS, Major League Soccer.
Yeah, how many people have played in MLS that have gone? So no, it's different. We've taken players from Europe like Beckham, and we brought him here, but there's never really been a great player. Who's played out here that's gone over there and flourished.
Listen,
Even Landon Donovan and what's his name, the other guy, the all-time breaker.
I just want us to stop with the excuses, fix the soccer, because there's no reason for it. We're good.
Because US will never.
Do you understand that we're good at we're good at darts, volleyball, beach volleyball, golf, hockey.
But why do women? Why the women? So this is what I'm saying. The women in the U.S. are great in soccer, and they win a lot because they don't have baseball to play. They don't have football to play. So they concentrate on soccer year round. It's hard for these soccer coaches for youth ball. They lose kids that want to go play baseball. They want to lose kids. But the girls are not softball. Hold on.
They're not here. No, go on.
So softball girls are softball girls year round. They don't go. I know no softball and soccer girls. I know either they're softball year round or they're soccer year round. But my son does basketball and baseball. Your son does baseball and football. Dan Rockwell, our buddy, his kid does football and baseball. There's a bunch of kids. I don't know one kid that does soccer year round. I don't know one. A boy I'm talking about, sorry. Girls I know. Gilly, our buddy, his daughters play soccer year round.
Okay, so I'll admit, I don't know a ton of kids who play travel soccer, right?
That's what I'm saying.
But I would imagine that they don't know a whole bunch of kids that play travel baseball either, but just because that's just not my social circle.
Yeah, but the kids that play soccer travel ball year round, they all know each other. But there's not too many of them. I don't know any of them. I know a couple of them. That's it. I know a kid. His name is Troy Shaw. He's a damn good soccer player. He could probably be better, but he plays baseball and basketball. So that's the problem.
Listen,
and also we don't flop enough.
No, they invest $1 billion into the infrastructure of soccer.
I get it.
So I don't understand. And this is you guys are watching Unafraid. George Reister, that's me. Joey Heim. You can find him on Twitter at Joey
I wish
Heim.
I was George Reister though.
Yeah.
His wife is beautiful.
That's a good question though. What the hell happened to Freddie Adu?
Oh God, remember him?
Yeah, he was
he's
supposed to
probably
be a
30 years
savage.
old right now, right?
Well, yeah, he's playing in like the last thing I heard, he was playing in like the second tier league. He just never made it. He had some problems. You know, it's tough for kids to go overseas and go play when they're 14, 15 years old.
Oh, when the MLS started, he played on the Washington team, I think.
Yeah, he played on one of the teams.
I'm gonna put you guys on the spot. Tracy Rains, everybody, thank you for all your comments. Really quick, there's a kid right now plays soccer. I think he's like 14 or 15 in the U.S. He is a stud. So I don't know if you guys, he plays on the junior team. If somebody can Google it or something.
Yeah, he's supposed to be good.
Yeah,
but
so we'll see.
We'll see.
But there is nothing better than a skilled soccer player like Diego Maradona, Messi. Like you don't love those guys?
I like them.
It's a beautiful.
But the statement of saying there's nothing better is that
to watch a soccer player dribble through 7 guys and score, who does it on the regular, like a Messi and a Pele. Like there's nothing like it. Michael Jordan was great.
And yes, they're trying to appeal the goal that Panama scored to put us out, but that's
Are
lame.
they really?
Yes, but that's lame.
I don't like that.
Because you should have. All you needed was a damn tie. That means that you don't deserve to be in it.
Did you see the timeline? How everything was falling apart for the U.S.
Yeah.
They showed like this guy scored in the Mexico game, and that is really. When's the last time we didn't qualify?
1986.
I remember the 1991 was here at the Coliseum, the Rose Bowl. I mean, that are you gonna still watch as much?
No, dude.
I'll watch.
I do. I just told you I only watch soccer during the World Cup, and I get into it. I'm like draped in my flag.
Germany won last time, I believe, right? I think they did. Germany.
Who knows?
Jews can't vote for Germany. Sorry.
I just know that the U.S. did not win, and I watched until the U.S. was out, and then. Oh, but however, I do tune in because I'm watching Twitter. If there is I will watch overtime though. I will any soccer match in international competition that goes to
Kicks.
Yeah, no. What to overtime first?
Time, yeah.
Yeah, no, not just injury time, but go to that 30
Yeah,
minutes
that's what
of
I'm saying.
I am in on that, and then I'm praying that nobody scores because I'm in on penalty kicks. I wish they would just get rid of the overtime and go straight to penalty kicks.
I like the golden goal. You play until your legs fall off until somebody scores.
Oh God, that's horrible. I mean, that's one of the things that we don't like about soccer. That's one of the things that we don't like about soccer in this country anyway.
Well, for me, what about like hockey? Now they have shootouts at the end of the game.
I love it. Oh my God, I am in. I am in on the 3-on-3.
Oh, are you crazy? Hold on, they don't do that in the playoffs, though, right? I don't think they do that in the playoffs. It's like triple overtime.
Yeah, they go 3-on-3.
In NHL?
Yeah.
What?
Pretty sure.
Oh hell no! Oh my God, where's all my hockey heads? There is no way they go 3-on-3 in hockey.
No, including the or it's like 5-on-5 something.
Oh my God,
they change it. No. I love it. I love it.
Man, that's crazy. We don't watch soccer here. Benson says second string receivers are more famous than Messi and Ronaldo.
Oh no, they are not. Listen, my kid.
Wait, what is he saying?
My kids love soccer. Damon.
No. I disagree with him. No, Messi and Ronaldo. Like my Juju loves Cristiano Ronaldo. Loves him.
Damon.
Are you a Ronaldo fan or Messi fan?
He's a.
No, you. Do you have a favorite?
No.
Who does Damon like?
Actually, if I had to choose between Messi and Ronaldo, just those two, I would choose Messi.
Of course, Messi's a better player.
And then I would never choose Ronaldo. I would choose Neymar before I chose Ronaldo.
No, Ronaldo's. You know what? The thing about Ronaldo is I can't remember talking soccer right now. And I'm talking soccer with a black dude. Isn't that cool? So Ronaldo.
What is that? Black people play soccer.
No,
like how
I've never seen one. I've never seen. I'm not talking about in young kids. Do they really play soccer?
Do you watch international competition?
No,
How much brown skin is out there?
No, international. Yes, like in like Cameroon and stuff like that. But I'm saying like out here, I never see. There's two black players, Josie Altidore, right?
Yep.
And there's another black dude who's pretty good.
But there's not a whole lot of...
Howard is black, right? The goalie?
Yeah.
I don't know what he is.
He does check the other box. I don't know what box it is.
And by the way, why is he goalie?
He's one of the better goalies in the world.
No, I don't like him. What was that guy's name? The guy that ended up kicking for the Giants or Jets? Tony Marinelli or something? I don't know. We're talking so much soccer. This is crazy.
Yep. Well, yeah.
All right, give me your prediction for today. Tracy Rains wants to know Cubs or Nationals. Rourke against what's his name? I forgot the good pitcher, the righty.
Hendricks.
Yeah, Hendricks. There you go.
I'm going.
So is it? Are you enthralled by that series? It's so boring. That one's hard to watch. No offense at all.
Listen. I would rather the Cubs win simply out of just respect for my grandpa who died, who's like big time Cubs fan, and I used to watch the games on WGN
Is Papa George
with him.
His dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to watch the games on WGN with him.
Yeah, they won last year. They got their.
Yeah, but there's nothing about the Nationals that's like intriguing or exciting to me.
Who does Major League Baseball? We know who they want in the World Series. Who do they want to win? You think?
Dodgers.
Yeah, probably. Dodgers.
Yeah. Actually, Dodgers or Yankees winning is good.
Yeah. So I'm going to prove to everybody. I've been saying it for years. What's your opinion? Is LA a Dodger town, or a baseball town or basketball town?
It's not even close, dude. The Lakers are king.
Oh
here.
my gosh, you have no idea, dude. If the Dodgers win, it's going to be the biggest parade.
But you will have to.
But they haven't
remember
won
too,
also in a long time.
But you have to remember too is that
The Mexicans
is that Lakers fans are Dodgers fans and Dodgers fans are Lakers fans, so they are the same person. But
there's a lot of Mexican fans that I think don't pay attention to the Lakers. No, Lakers are. I know they're big too, but this city is going to erupt if the Dodgers win the World
because
Series.
they haven't won since
the parade.
88.
There'll be 50 million people at that.
Of course, dude. They're in like a 30-year drought. So of course,
going on 30 years. Yeah. So all right, my pick. I gotta stay with the Yankee. Yeah, if it's Yankees and Dodgers, dude, I think it's gonna be the Armageddon. That's it. The world is not ready for that. The world is not ready for that. Those were great times, dude.
So you got hurricanes, floods,
they already happened,
fires,
right?
all that stuff, and Yankees, Dodgers. That'll be the one that causes
That's the one.
that caused the world to end.
And by the way, just so you know, I woke up this morning and Harvey Weinstein's hand was on my ass. Swear to God. Yeah, swear to God, he's making moves on me.
Dude, that dude is
what a pig.
Well, I'm not even. Honestly, with Harry Weinstein, I'm actually not even like. It's not him that I'm mad at, right? Because you have people who do bad things out in the world, right? My problem is the people like Ben Affleck and all these people who have been complicit in the cover-up.
Yeah.
Like,
you see, what's her name? Rose McGowan?
Yeah.
Oh my.
They blocked her Twitter. They blocked her Twitter today.
She must have dropped F-bombs or something. Like why? I mean, that's freedom of speech. Unless she was like cursing or something.
No, I don't even think she was cursing. It is just phenomenal to me, like how, like, they have actually like shamed victims, right?
They always
because, and I'm gonna give you guys a prime example, right? So a friend of mine, her name is Elika. And she's a broadcaster. She's been on ESPN doing college football, all this stuff, right? So yesterday, so I knew for a while, right? But I didn't talk about it. She got offered a job, right? Oh. And she did not want to. So she got offered a job, and it was at Barstool, right? So it came out that it was Barstool. She didn't say where or who or whatever, right? And here is what they had in her contract. Here's what they wanted her to sign. So she had accepted the job. They sent over the contract.
Yeah.
And then here's what the contract said. I understand that the company is involved in the entertainment industry. I further understand that because the company's business requires a creative working environment, including exposure to offensive speech, I may be exposed to conduct and speech that openly and explicitly relates to sex, as well as race, sexual orientation, gender, national origin, religion, disability, and age. I acknowledge that I may be privy to conversations where offensive speech, e.g., their work, scripts, or roles that involve nudity, sexual scenarios, racial epithets, suggestive gestures, profanity, and references to stereotypes is utilized. I understand and acknowledge that as part of my job, I may be exposed to speech and conduct that explicitly relates to sex, sexual orientation, gender, national origin, religion, disability, and age. I expressly agree and represent that I do not object to being exposed to such speech and the conduct and do not find it otherwise offensive or objectionable, and that I'm willing to work in such an environment.
So wait, this is sports?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So
Can I see what she looks like?
Yeah. So so they wanted her to sign that, right? And I was just like, that's her.
Oh wow.
So I was like, so the writing in the language in that contract basically says that they can come up and grab her boobs and just be like, all right, oh hey, you signed it in the contract though. Or they can say, they can call her the C word, they can call her whatever, and it's like, hey yo, we're making jokes.
I mean, what he did is the scummiest thing of all. That see, I hate Bill Cosby too, because Bill Cosby did the same thing. Like, oh, you want to be? I'll put you in a movie. Just come to my trailer. This girl on CNN last night said that he all he wanted to do was masturbate in front of the girl. He told her just sit there and shut your mouth, don't say anything, and he would masturbate. But good for Gwyneth Paltrow and Angelina Jolie for speaking up against him. But I'm happy the media is making this a bigger story because he's a big donator to Hillary Clinton and Obama. So I thought they would sweep it under the rug, but this is it's pretty disgusting. And he'll never work again. And now he's blaming his brother. By the way, I love when they do that.
No, they're trying to. He's saying that he wants to work in a consultant role. I mean,
the board of directors will never allow that.
Here's the thing that is like criminal to me, right? Is that he's clearly using his power to have sex with women, get them to do things and all this, right? And then when you think about it, there's a bunch of men coming out too. Because
now?
Yes, because they're not with him, but with other students.
Ben Affleck, like when he admitted he groped some girl and
no. I'm talking about where like men like Terry Crews and some of these other guys
are
admitting to being sexually assaulted.
And by men or by women?
By men.
Oh, I was
dude, and I'm telling you,
I had a TV show called The Blame Game on MTV.
Yeah.
And right before I was going to be the part of the judge, right before that happened, the producer hit on me. He was like, dude.
Yeah.
And it ended up being the son of my freaking elementary school teacher in the other class. And so what happened was the girlfriend that I was dating at the time came to the restaurant where we were at to sign papers. And when she got there, he was hitting on me before that. I was like, oh, man, like he thought I was gay, I guess. So when she got there, he was so like, he got flustered and he like started talking like he was straight. Yeah. He was like making all these suggestions. And then I lost the role.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, it is. I have been at places.
I would have blown the guy probably.
No,
I needed a role. I was desperate at the time. Like I needed a big gig. Now I'm not that desperate anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, would you? I mean, like, are you?
There are guys that do. Okay,
I know.
Warren Beatty did.
So, are you willing to compromise what you believe
never.
For like?
I wouldn't suck anybody for a role or anything.
I mean, but there are some people who are willing to do that.
Oh yeah, and they. So there's women that did.
So, but the thing is that we shame those people, right? Who do, right, or who have, or who would. But at the same time, do we? So who's really at fault here? Is it the person who does it, or is it the person who is the person who's taking advantage of their situation?
What do you mean? That's the same person.
No. I'm saying who is the person?
Harvey Weinstein. Let's take him.
Yeah. So Weinstein or the actress who does it.
Maybe she's totally intimidated. Maybe she thinks that's the only way she'll get it. I mean, she's not the one that. If she came on to him, that's different. But maybe she's. It's hard to decipher. It's case by case. Like there.
Well, I'm saying is that.
But hold on, girls.
We kind of give him a pass for this. Like
who's giving him a pass?
In terms of like there should be some sort of prosecution and the company, right? People have known this for years. Like I said it yesterday. I said I talked to 2 agents and an actor. They were like, "This is the worst kept secret in Hollywood. Yeah, everybody knows this dude is doing this."
They made jokes about it for years. But did he actually even? So I haven't really been following because it's disgusting. But doesn't he pretty much his MO is to masturbate in front of them?
I don't know what it is.
He likes taking showers in front of him, masturbating.
Yeah, but it's the massages. There's probably
so is there too? I don't know. But massage is that bad?
If hell yeah, if you're saying to somebody, all right, Joey, look, listen, man, I know you want to do Unafraid with me, and we want to do this together, but I'm gonna need that massage about you before today's show.
Well, we're talking about guy girl here, so I don't know. But he's not. Has he slept with any of these girls?
Probably. I don't know why he
Yeah,
wouldn't have.
and see, Bill Cosby did the same thing, but Bill Cosby used drugs. But these girls are petrified. Yeah, you know what?
So that's what I'm saying. He needs to face it. Like,
Yeah,
he
absolutely.
should be legally prosecuted.
Yeah,
and then he
Bill
went
Cosby
to,
is.
Yeah, but Weinstein has not been prosecuted so far. But the crazy part about it is that if I were the prosecutors, I would not bring charges against him yet because he's in rehab in Europe.
No,
right?
they changed that today. He didn't go.
That
broke this morning. Yeah.
Okay, so
he was gonna go, but he didn't change it.
So, but the reason if he was going to rehab in Europe, do you know what that means? He was going to a country that does not extradite for sex crimes, because in Europe there are countries that don't extradite for sex crimes.
Yeah.
And
wait, you mean extradite back to the country they came from? Okay.
Yeah. So that's where he was going. So apparently he doesn't believe that there are any legal charges coming down.
He stayed?
Yeah, or they've confiscated his passport. Either one of the two.
Oh man, I don't know. What's the statute of limitations? That's what saved Bill Cosby for a lot of this. Bill Cosby to me is the biggest scumbag out of all of them. Because he is the one that preached to black people, pick up your pants and speak the right way. And
I'm gonna tell you that was heartbreaking for me because
I know,
because he was like,
he was your dad.
Yeah,
I know, I get it.
Yeah,
but that's what I hate when people go on this on this pedestal. If it was name me somebody who's kind of a scumbag. I don't know. I can't even think of anybody. But if somebody he preached to everybody, he was so preachy, and then here he's putting GHB in girls' drinks, and I mean, there's no question that he did it. But this is the same thing. Harvey Weinstein, he did it in 1998 when she did Shakespeare in Love, Gwyneth Paltrow. So can they bring him up on charges?
No, but the thing is that people literally tried to get this exposed. Like there were stories that were killed.
Oh yeah, I know that.
And
he's so powerful. It's scary how powerful these guys are.
Yeah, and the other thing is that I was actually bothered because everybody knows I've written about how I felt about President Trump using intimidation tactics for businesses and threatening
grab
them
her by the pussy
and all these things, right? Which are not cool and not okay.
But they do.
And
money talks, brother.
And it is frustrating, right? When you see people, Hollywood types, who are mad at him, right? I mean, and they're vocal about it. They're like, oh, President Trump, this, right? He's a piece of you-know-what and all this. He abuses people and sexist, racist, all of this stuff. But you're sitting there, a lot of these Hollywood people are sitting there protecting Harvey Weinstein and other people who do this casting couch stuff.
Because they thought it would never come out, and now it's coming out. And I grew. I mean, you see Jimmy Kimmel, Mr. Innocent, he was doing something where he made the girls grab his penis and say what's in his pocket or around his penis. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get really ugly. But good for Harvey Weinstein. I heard he's the biggest dick in Hollywood, so he's getting what he deserves.
Hey, it is karma, bro.
It is.
It doesn't always come back the way you think it's going to come back, but it always comes back. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. Unafraid, Joey Heim, George Reister, please like the feed, share the feed, continue the conversation. We will be back later. And I'll be back tomorrow. Joey will be back on Monday.
Peace. Go Yankees. Woohoo!